interviews as we go through our coverage here. And the final 3-ball has just made the turn, and Jeeno Thitikul on the tee at 10.
She's getting some pressure today. Started the day with a 2-shot lead, Tom, but now Groningen Yin only one behind, even though Jeeno got off to a pretty good start today.
In this afternoon, and an AJGA champion as well. We'll talk a little bit more about that as the afternoon continues. And now Jeeno's second.
And she was deciding between the 9 and the wedge. With the wedge from 147. This shot does play downhill.
Just been on a run of pars since the 4th hole, has allowed Groningen Yin to get close with a run of birdies, but they're having some work done at Liberty National, and they have a PGA Tour event coming as well. So this tournament moving over to West Caldwell, New Jersey, here at Mountain Ridge for a couple of years. And a very different experience here. Classic old golf course, Karen, very different than the one they would face at Liberty National.
I mean, both have completely different set of challenges, you're right. This golf course, I think the biggest feature are these greens. They are severely undulating, and approach play is crucial if you want to have a chance at birdie. I mean, Jeeno's club selection there, I mean, she probably could have done with that 9-iron rather than the wedge. And has left herself a long putt. No, but great speed there.
Yeah, really good, Karen. We're very close to the Essex County Airport, which you may hear from time to time this afternoon. Planes flying.
I think we'll see a lot of players putting from where Head-On just was.
Well, it's lunchtime here in New Jersey, and Jeeno in 2 years' time. Now Jeeno.
She might have enough pop in this driver to catch that downslope and get it down onto that bottom level. But there is a bit of wind into her at the moment. And that pitched into the down grain. Is it going to catch the slope? Yeah, it has.
Yeah, there's that slope you're talking about. Okay, gives a real extra advantage of yardage there off the tee. Birdie there, battling at the top of the leaderboard with Jeeno Thitikul, who is in good shape here at the Mizuho Americas Open. Complexes, as Karen was saying. Now Jeeno's second.
Using a 9-iron from 133 into a little bit of breeze.
It's a really nice smooth swing there from Jeeno. Leaves it on the proper side of the hole where she's putting back up the hill, you would think, but nice to see her finding some form again heading into Riviera.
Now Jeeno for birdie at 11.
Predominantly uphill this putt, but she's quite close to a slope as well that's to the right, but there's also one to her left as well. I think overall this should want to break left.
Are you saying the greens aren't easy to read at times, Karen?
Absolutely. I've talked to a number of players, and they all say how confusing it is. You can look from one side and see one thing, and look from the other side and see something completely different.
That might well have been the case there for Jeeno with her reaction. It's just going to be a 4. Still 2 ahead.
Area that comes into play about 250, 255 on the right, but you've also got 2 bunkers on the left that are waiting to catch you if you bail out. Safely played.
She was worried about that a little bit.
She's got 120. This is a 48-degree wedge that she's using here.
Choking up on it a little bit, Karen. Just a big advantage when you essentially have a short wedge into this hole.
I agree. But given that whole location, a lot of respect.
The only person we've seen really challenge that whole location is Jenny Shin. Everyone else has been kind of over in that range, short and right.
Here is Jeeno.
And even though she's not on the same line as Celine, she gets a good idea of the speed of this putt from Celine's. And hers might want to move a bit more to the left than Celine did.
She's playing well, but she is playing quite conservatively. Which at this point, if Roning's not able to continue her charge, might just get the job done.
Yeah, it's tough to tell. And Jeeno just to clean up. Doing enough right now. And the next hole, great, but now back to the tee, and Jeeno.
She had a bit of a dicey drive yesterday and couldn't get to this green in 2 because she was in the left rough.
Watching it anxiously.
Well, it's in the left bunker.
Well, it's going to be a 3-shotter now for Jeeno, and laid it up too.
She's got 199. 4-iron.
Steady. Well, this could be interesting. The 13th hole, a hole that she'd be looking to make a birdie, and now has a bit of work to do to save par. This is a kind of a gift to Ronnie Yin, who's missed
New York area, as we welcome you to this final round on a venue that is not as familiar with our viewers, and we'll get to know it over the course of the next couple of hours. This is a par putt for Thitikul at the 13th to maintain this 2-shot advantage. She has been nothing but steady this week. Didn't hold the first round lead, but picked it up in the second round and has not relented since. Had a quick start today with a couple of birdies early in the round at 2 and 3, and it has been a series of pars since then. No drop shots. Karen Stupples is following this group, and a lot of ground ahead on this putt, Karen.
Oh, there is, and it was a chip that just got away from her. It landed very hard and just released, and was actually quite lucky to stay on the green in the end.
So that is her first dropped shot of the day, as she places a mark on that and still has a little bit of work to do. Jeeno Thitikul, the second-ranked golfer in the world, and now this for a bogey.
Quite shocking here, Kelly, the way that she played this 13th. Poor tee shot, poor third shot after being forced to lay up, poor chip. I mean, there's only the second bogey of the entire day. She didn't seem to like that golf swing either, but it's in a perfect position. Couldn't place it much better in terms of where to putt from here.
Jeeno has an 8-iron out. This hole does play uphill. There's just the slightest of help in this wind right now.
Karen, her ball striking has been superb this week, leading the field in greens and regulation. That previous hole, the 13th, the first green she's missed all day.
All right, she will be the first to putt. 1-shot lead for Jeeno Thitikul, and look at the angle she's taking here, Morgan.
Oh my goodness, Karen, looks like she's putting completely away from the hole. This looks pretty darn good. What a wonderful putt. That takes a lot of artistry and creativity.
This week here in West Caldwell, New Jersey.
Pretty straightforward putt here, Morgan.
And that's just first putt was sensational. Just really have to have great visualization and touch.
She doesn't do much wrong.
It's just really solid, mentally as well.
She had 4 wins back in 2013. One of those wins went to a marathon playoff with Jeeno Thitikul, so they have some history together. Here's Jeeno on the tee.
I think this 15th hole, Tom, is quite a delight, actually, if you're not playing it. It's really well guarded, left and right, off the tee. Little dogleg round to the left. You've got a penalty area, a little stream that runs across the front of the green, about 20 yards short. So if you do get into trouble, you have to think about that if you're trying to go for the green. And that's a great drive. But plenty of height on this one because of it. Whole location at the back of the green. And Tom, when I say at the back of the green, it looks more at the back of the green than it actually is because of the way the green slopes away behind it.
Jeeno.
This is 150, and this is her 8-iron.
She's a different color grip for each club, so it makes it a lot easier for Karen.
I don't have to wait for a signal from the caddy to let me know what club this is. This is super high, nice little fade on it towards the hole.
Yeah, nicely done. And the reason she does that is so the family back home know what club she's hitting or watching outside of the ropes. And a good shot. Ronnie Yin, the putter, letting her down.
Here in West Caldwell, New Jersey, Mountain Ridge Country Club. Welcome to the rotation that will host this year's Mizuho America's Open, Karen, and also next year's.
I think players will be very much prepared for these greens next year when they arrive on site. They'll be doing lots of practicing on severely sloping putts, trying to get their pace right, because huge key to playing well on this golf course is that. And talk about slopey putts, this one for Jeeno is just that. It should move to the right.
Well, it's interesting too, Morgan, because Jeeno hasn't done much to break away today, and others have had their chances to stay close but continue to trip up.
Jeeno's just been really steady.
A horrible putt there, isn't it? That slider for a right-hander. So just a par.
There, and now has a chance to defend this title, become a multiple winner, and put the heat back onto Nelly Korda. This could be a fun battle to watch. Getting everything set with her caddy, Karen Thitikul, ready to tee off.
Well, she's gone with a 48-degree wedge. This whole playing quite short today, just 114. Quite a severely sloped green, so if you can keep it below the hole, that would be ideal.
Just right there. That is it's a good spot to putt from, but we haven't really seen too many people read that putt correctly. It has been a tricky putt. Seen it break both.
AJGA division. We have just there behind Thitikul, crouched down Aphrodite Ding, who is trying to repeat as the AJGA winner in a modified Stableford scoring format. So a lot going on here, Karen, as Thitikul sizes up this birdie putt.
It is, but if you're playing in this group, you've got your own race that you're trying to control and stay within your own little bubble and not try and get caught up in what anybody else is doing. This putt's going to break to the right for Jeeno.
There it is.
Excellent roll, especially considering she had a similar putt on the previous hole and lost it low, breaking away from her. That was a wonderful stroke at the perfect time. What a swing this 16th hole produced with the bogey from Roning.
You have to wonder, seeing Nelly take away her #1 ranking and winning in the dominant fashion she's been winning, if Jeeno wanted to come. Headed down the last stretch here at the Mizuho Americas Open, and Jeeno Thitikul, who led by only 1 shot just a matter of moments ago, now has a 3-shot lead with just a couple of holes remaining, and delighting the fans. Who've
really great to have her in this field.
Bit of a wait here as Jeeno Thitikul continues to fuel up, just trying to keep that energy level stable and solid with a couple of holes remaining.
In themselves. There they are. They seem pretty relaxed.
There's a balance.
It's been quite a significant break, and I think the good news though is that this group are at least chatting to each other. They're not super, you know, worried about what's going on. Jeeno's always been happy to talk to people as she's been playing. She's never been, you know, trapped inside her own little world when she's been playing. She's pretty open, so. And that's a very well played tee shot there, Morgan.
She's always happy to talk to Karen.
Yeah.
How many times has she gone on to win after one of her famous walk and talks with you, Karen?
Talked about the fact that there's been a real mixed bag of weather this week. It was really chilly a few days ago. Multiple layers required. Today, a lot more comfortable.
Just a slight bit of rain, Tom, sitting just to our north, which I think has caused the weather on the golf course to change a little bit, but hopefully you can get finished before
25th in the race to the CME Globe. Still, they wait back on the tee. They've had a lot of waiting in the last 20-25 minutes or so. Jeeno doesn't seem to be too bothered.
But I'm assuming that they're talking about the same things as Celine did. 214 is the yardage for Jeeno. Really just got to clear that front bunker. Oh, she didn't. She pitched into the face of it.
looked like a really good golf swing as well. Looked like that was exactly what she was trying to do.
Just wonder if that breeze picks up, whether it's swirling a little bit there. Difficult conditions the last 2 holes. If it goes in. Started the day 2 back, so maybe a little disappointed. Now, what about Jeeno?
Well, Jeeno's in the flat of the bunker. You've got that steep slope and false front that she has to negotiate to get up and over. Just play this one out to the right of that flag and let it kick down to the left. Steady. That's pretty good.
Yeah, she'll still have a chance. Birdie obviously has a little bit of room to play with. Winning in the dark there the first year at Liberty National. And now Jeeno just going to take her time there. We'll go up to the 18th.
Yeah, she just
issues.
That is for sure, Tom. But I think that's, you know, all of the greens on this golf course. You can make it pretty difficult. Could you imagine tough day on this golf course? You know, a lot of courses will have a tough day. And can you imagine playing here? Wow, that would be it'd be enough to make anybody's hair turn grey. This putt for Jeeno is going to move to the right. And of all the players that I've followed this week, Jeeno's speed has been impeccable.
You can understand just easing it down. I should correct myself. Nelly Korda did not win in a playoff. It was Rose Zhang that won in a playoff.
And, you know, understandably taking the time on it. I mean, anything that's downhill is always just that little bit more tricky.
Yeah, no problem at all. And Jeeno Thitikul just one hole away from successfully defending the title here at the Mizuho Americas Open.
She is. The bunker on the right does come into play. But this wind off the right and helping, she doesn't want to get too frisky with this one and go through the fairway into that far left bunker either.
I'm still going with driver, Karen. Avoid that bunker on the right and not run through on the left. Aggressive play.
She carried the bunker on the right.
Oh, tremendous shot. We haven't seen anybody over there today, Karen. Makes this 18th hole much shorter.
Well, what would a victory mean today for Jeeno Thitikul? There you see, 9th win on tour for her, 2nd this season with a title defense here at the Mizuho. 3rd straight season for her with multiple victories. And the fastest player to reach 18 million in career official earnings. She doesn't do it by winning the big events, Morgan. She's yet to grab that elusive major championship, but she just cuts away at these fields just to contemplate as we wrap up both divisions in competition this week. The juniors and the pros. World number 2, Jeeno Thitikul, poised to defend.
She had the pitching wedge and the 9-iron. She's got the 9-iron in her hand right now, trying to... The yardage is just 131. You've got the uphill, you've got wind off the right with a bit of help. I think she's going to choosing this one so she can go ahead and hit this one full rather than try and finesse that 9. Definitely the right choice there.
That's one of the best shots we've seen in here, Morgan.
That's a smart play. All she needed to do, can't go long. We saw how quick it is from beyond this flag stick. Jeeno's been open about her struggles with her iron play, said that she's spent a lot of time talking to her coach, and I've talked to Chris as well about, actually he's encouraged her to practice less so that her mind will be clearer. She puts in so much work and always expects wonderful results, and they haven't been coming so far this season, other than, of course, her win in Thailand. And he said his advice heading into today was to have fun, do your best, and forget the rest. I said, well, that sounds easier said than done, right? How do you actually do that? And he said when she starts thinking about expectations, she has to think about something else. Focus on other things like food. We saw her snacking earlier, or really anything to take her mind off of the bigger picture and stay focused in that moment. And she's done that exceptionally well today. Played with the lead the entire day, which is not easy to do, especially when Ronan Yin was trying to chase her down there around the time of the turn. And Jeeno just stayed steady, leading the field in greens and regulation. Wonderful iron play, which is what she has talked about struggling with so far this season.
Well, apart from not having a major like we mentioned, she won twice in 24, 3 times in Thitikul. We referenced her winning in Thailand earlier in the show, and you just mentioned it there. No doubt that felt like a major in so many ways for her, but really that's the only piece of the puzzle left for her to solve. It's about getting on these venues that might suit her eye or her game a little bit better. And the bigger these venues get, Karen, the tougher that mountain is for her to climb, but she is steady on almost every level.
Completely agree with you 100%, and I think winning on this golf course with these greens, I think, is an important step in Jeeno's process of maturing towards winning major championships, because if you can win on this golf course, you are definitely worthy of winning anywhere.
Great point. Well, with room to spare, this for the win. in style at the Mizuho America's Open, successfully defending her title. And the 4th multiple winner of this season on tour. Just stayed steady all day long. Morgan, and there it is. She can let it all out now.
A wonderful performance, really steady from Jeeno this week, even when she did have some mistakes. Like I think back to the bogey on the par 5 13th earlier today. She didn't let it rattle her, didn't let it bother her, and just stuck to the game plan. And what an exclamation point on the week with the
Well, just another solid week of golf by Jeeno Thitikul, 23 years of age. There's her best buddy, Ronan Yin, also a 23-year-old. I was going to say let the champagne shower begin, but oh, there it is. Okay, it was water for the most part, but a little bit of bubbly to top it off. So she'll have some work to do to reclaim this #1 ranking, but the fight is on with Nelly Korda and Jeeno Thitikul. Perhaps a little rivalry brewing here. And I mentioned, Morgan, they play the game in very different ways, but both equally fun to watch. While we have a moment, let's get down to Hallie Ledbetter with the winner.
Congratulations, Jeeno. You battled tough conditions all week on an incredibly tough golf course. How sweet is it to defend your title and win your 9th title on tour?
It's mean the world. It's mean a lot to me. You know, like after I think starting in Founder, I don't feel great with my performance, with my games at all. But like had called my coach earlier on the practice round, and then went everything out of my head, which is really helping. And then I just give a credit to him that sometimes you don't try no fix things to be perfect.
Yeah, you had said earlier in the week this new mindset of try less. How did that help you today?
It did help me a lot. Like I just stay on my bubble, stay on what I can do. It's just golf not gonna be good, then golf is not gonna be good. My life is not changing. Is golf gonna be good? My life is still the same as well. So I think what I have to think about is just my tempo, my rhythm, what I can control.
How much confidence does this give you as you look towards the next couple weeks trying to win your first major championship at Riviera?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's always my dream. I would say not goal, but it's a dream to be able to win a major. But, as I said, I don't want to put anything on my, shoulder right now. I just took it out. I mean, all of it out. I just play golf. Whether I win major or not, I think I have done enough.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. Go get dry and enjoy your celebration.
Thank you.
Well, she has perspective, that is for sure, among others. And that was the winning putt by world #2, Jeeno Thitikul, repeating as the 2026 Mizuho America's Open winner. Just a steady performance from start to finish. And the 23-year-old is now a multiple winner in 2026.